story? Well, it's actually this question, right? Really, honestly. I only made this connection after this happened to me, but here's my deck. Here's my house, the side of the house here, and the roof sticks out like this. This is my roof. At the time my roof was getting to the point where it needed to be replaced. Across the street lived a guy who he seemed to think he knew something about everything, or knew somebody who he could, I got a guy, he'll fix your roof. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll send him over. Okay, sure, send him over, whatever. At least I can listen to what he has to say. And it was November. I don't think it was actually icy on here, but I'm imagining that it was, after the fact I realized maybe it was a little more slippery than I thought. So for him to be able to give you an estimate on how much it's going to cost to replace your roof, you have to actually go up on the roof to look at it, right? So, do you have a ladder? Yes, I have a ladder. I actually have a ladder that's just about the right size here, and we'll put it like this. Except I handed him the ladder, and he puts it up, but he puts it up like this pretty much. Like he almost puts it up vertically. You're laughing as though he's the one that's going to get hurt here. So he puts it almost vertically, and then I guess we could actually... here's him. I will make myself blue. Okay, here's me.
Oh, you're blue.
I'm blue. No, so here's him.
It's November.
He puts it's cold. He puts the ladder up. Here's him standing on the roof. And I'm thinking, man, he put the ladder up really vertical. I'm thinking the ladder is going to go like this. So I take the ladder and just ever so slightly do this. So I think I'm going to make it more the way it should be, which is like this. Well, yeah, I do. It wasn't icy. It wasn't icy.
Was it chill?
Now, I start going up the ladder. Now, I didn't put it on a tremendous angle or anything, but I start going up the ladder. And as I got to about here, this is not really going to work that well, but let's see if we could try this here. Well, actually, no, it's not. I can't animate it on here, but actually, this will give you an idea what happened. This part of the ladder started to go this way. Okay, I was worried before, about that happening.
Yes, you need someone on the bottom.
Well, it should have been fine, but obviously it was more slippery than I had thought. This part of the ladder goes like that. This is not changing, right? That's not changing, but this is slipping past. And then at some point, obviously the ladder gets to, here, and then it gets to here where it falls. Now, I'm taking a long time to describe this, but it happened very quickly, right? Okay. So the ladder's here somewhere, right?
You're hanging there.
No, I'm not hanging. I, of course, came and told this to my students at the time because they said, hey, when I was telling them this story, yeah, I have to rotate myself. You can't rotate it on here, but of course the ladder came crashing to the ground, and I came crashing to the ground. And let's put that back. Here's the ladder. Here's me now. I'm here. Something. There's me. Okay.
How's the guy going to get down?
He's still up here. No ladder anymore, right? And no, but the thing is, I get up then, right? I get up and I'm standing up again here now. Okay, here's me standing up. Broken neck, no. Except, I don't know, how do you draw, I don't know what's happening here. That's not right. Whatever. Apparently, what happened after that, here's the railing on my deck. I passed out and hit my head on this railing after I got up, because when you fall like that, if I hit my head or whatever, you shouldn't try to get up right away, because I got up right away thinking he's on the roof. I got to get him down, whatever. I hit my head here. I can't remember a lot of this. And he then is, what do I do? I jump off? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? He
Put a question mark.
he had to go to this side of the roof. He walks up here, and he's trying to call somebody at the next house, like the neighbor or whatever. And meanwhile, my wife is inside here, okay, and she's she's blow drying her hair. She's blow drying her hair. She can't hear any of this, right? Blow drying her hair. Okay? That's the wind from the hair dryer. That's not her hair. I ask her later and say, like, didn't you hear? That was a pretty loud noise, a big crash to the ground. You didn't hear any of this? Well, no, I thought I heard something, but then I just kept drying my hair. Anyways, I can't actually remember. I at some point, I guess, my wife came out, my neighbor came over, I stood up, we put the ladder there and everything, and I went to the hospital and waited around in there, and they said, you fell from a ladder, didn't you? You were trying to put up Christmas lights, weren't you? And because it was November, and I said, whoa, why do you say that? Well, because usually this time of year, apparently if this is a graph of time of year, and how many people come into the hospital falling off ladders, it looks like this. Okay, that's what it looks like. People falling off ladders. This is sometime in November, and then this is December, right? I had to say, actually, no, I didn't. I was getting, something else, and blah, blah, blah. He didn't end up doing my roof, no.
I did mid-December, so
he didn't fall. I fell. I broke my wrist, actually. I didn't realize it. I went into the hospital thinking, well, when you hit your head, you should go in, and especially if you pass out, make sure you don't have a concussion or anything like that. And they said, well, yeah, your head's fine. You broke your wrist. There's a lot of little bones in here. You break one, so I had this cast on for 3 months or whatever. I got this cast. They make those nice fiberglass ones now, and eventually you don't use your arm for long enough. I have these really huge muscular arms to begin with, but they were this arm was pretty skinny by the end of it, right? So this cast is loose, and then I went in and said, because you're supposed to get them to check it, and it's loose, and so she was going to fix it. She cuts the cast and changes makes it tighter. It still wasn't very good. I said, can I just have a new one? And she was kind of annoyed at that. So she put this one really tight, and then so I had this tight cast for a long time. It was really miserable, actually. Anyways, that was not a good story. I should do real math. I don't know. No. This question is exactly this, right? Other than that other stuff, this question is exactly this. You have a triangle where this is fixed, but what two things are changing here? Yeah, this is changing, and this is changing, right? Now, I know it sounds silly to say the length of the ladder is changing, but it's because there's extra ladder up above here, right? So it contacts at this point. So actually, the ladder obviously is a fixed length. If it was sliding down a wall of this, actually, in this situation is different. In my situation, the length of the ladder is changing because the point it's contacting at the same point all the time, and this distance is changing, but the height of this is always the same. This problem is slightly different because it's up against a wall, right? It says the ladder is up against a wall, and the ladder is constant, but this distance changes and this distance changes. So it's not exactly my situation, but it's similar, right? You can figure it out by just setting it up and calling this L and this, Y and this X or whatever you want. Write a formula and, find the derivative of both sides and and then find the rate of change of each thing. You can always, you know how they're related, so you can always sub in afterwards to change. If you don't know one of them, or you don't want one of them, or you want to reduce the number of variables, you can say that, L is equal to square root of one of the other ones like we did before. A lot of these are related to Pythagoras. I would like to do some other ones here. I realize 10, I know, it's fine. I would like you to try some of these questions and just realize that the approach is the same to all of them, even though each one is separate. Okay? The very last one is quite tricky because you have to use proportion. 1041,